Hello everyone and welcome to Holistic Healing with Deepshika. Today's episode came to me out of nowhere. I had an entire episode prepared that I thought would be apt for this week, but somehow for last few days these thoughts kept coming into my mind again and again. And then I finally gave in and decided to talk about it on the podcast. Because one thing that I have learned on my journey of healing is that it's very important to pay attention and give respect to your emotions and feelings. If you don't, they will take it anyway, and that's when it gets ugly. If you've seen the episode's title, you already know what this episode is about. Though I already did speak briefly about how I started on this journey in the first episode. But I think my journey truly started in 2014. The universe has a way of pushing us towards what our soul requires, but we often don't understand. I had just gotten out of a relationship that I believed to be the one for me, and to tell you the truth, did not really understand the reasons for it having been called off by the guy. And in the middle of all that, when I was internally a wreck but extremely acing the I don't care attitude externally, I came across the book Many Lives, Many Masters by Dr. Brian Weiss. At that point of time, and in fact till very recently, I used to read only fiction. So reading a book like Many Lives, Many Masters was something out of the blue. Of course, being the naive person that I was, and also because we only see what we want to, I chose to understand what was convenient for me. Since it was given to me by someone I deeply trusted, I took it as a sign from the universe that the couple had come into my life to fill the void in my life, where there should have been love. But like I said, the universe has a way of making sure we learn our lessons and move in the intended direction. This couple, whom I believe to have come into my life to show me what parental love can be, turned out to be just a lesson. A lesson that I understand today. Back then, it was just one more thing gone wrong. And the lesson was of self-love. If I did not love myself, how was anyone going to love me? This lesson came into my life again and again, and in so many ways. The names changed, the relations changed, the faces were different, but the same lesson. And I took my own sweet 8 to 9 years to understand what the universe was trying to teach me. Of course, with every blow, the blow also became harder to take, and now I realize it was just the universe's way of pushing me a little harder to get my head out of wherever I had put it and see the truth. Self-love was an emotion that was one of the most difficult emotions for me to feel. I even started on this journey because the healer I had contacted for healing my dogs when they were having behavioral issues told me that generally our pets reflect what we need to pay attention to in ourselves. And oh, the amount of guilt I went through thinking that if they were fighting with each other and if that had been brought on by the mess that I was. And believe me, I was a mess. Just something I wasn't ready to look at. And then, during a certain situation in my life, one of my friends with whom I was sharing how hurt I was and how I had been wronged said these words to me. She said, for someone who understands and sees the situation so clearly, you are not really doing much to get out of it. And I think that was the slap that I needed, in addition to the fact that the situation between my fur babies never improved, and I had to send my younger one to live with a friend. I say slap not because she meant it that way, but it was the truth. A very harsh reality that everything was staring at me, at my face, screaming to look within. And even though I on some level knew this, I wasn't ready to do anything. That is how low priority I had put myself in my own life. In every situation, I showed people that it was okay to treat me the way they did. I just laid low and accepted, even justified that behavior to myself. So to say that I have just started on this journey would be wrong. It's been a long journey. Only I have recently surrendered to the lessons of life to understand what my soul wants me to learn. And today, when I feel I have been wronged, I first question myself. The question usually is, what did I do for myself in this situation? And if the answer is nothing, then it's me who has wronged myself and not the other person. For the last 33 years, all the situations I have been and I have faced have just been this, a lesson to help me grow and learn the lessons. Of course, this is a lifetime's worth of journey, but I think self-love was my first lesson. And now that I'm getting better at it, I can't wait to see what's next. It's been exciting and terrifying at the same time. But one thing it's not is regretting and questioning why me. Every day is a new learning, and I can finally differentiate between the reactions that come from ego and reactions that come from a place of needing to understand. It obviously has involved a lot of looking within and a lot of giving the feelings and emotions the space they should be given, even the ones that I had repressed and stored in my body. Last few days, a realization that's come to me is that if I have been hurt by people intentionally or unintentionally, so have I hurt people knowingly and unknowingly. And now, I hope that they can find it in their hearts to forgive me, because I was naive to have done what I did. Today, I pray to the Supreme One that if anyone carries any guilt for having done any wrong to me, then please let them know that who am I to forgive anyone when I myself have flawed. I know this sounds very hababa, but that's what the reality of this journey is. Even the hababa starts to make sense. I'm sorry for using that word, but I couldn't really come up with a better word than hababa. But I take no credit for it, for the journey. I am lucky to have the people I now have in my life, and I hope you know who you are. With this, I come to the end of my episode. Thank you for listening, and if you enjoyed it, with much gratitude, I request you to share your review on Apple Podcast or Spotify. If you have any questions regarding healing or would like to experience it or discuss about it, kindly click on the link below. Thank you. Have a great day.